अगणित गुण गणानन्ददायक
अगणित गुण गणानन्ददायक
अगणित गुण गणानन्ददायक
अगणित गुण गणानन्ददायक
पाहि गजानन दीनावना
सीताराम भजो राधेश्याम
राधेश्याम
भजो सीताराम भजो राधेश्याम
भजो सीताराम भजो राधेश्याम
गोविंद गोपाल साई हरे राम
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 भजो सीताराम भजो राधेश्याम
भजो सीताराम भजो राधेश्याम
केशव माधव राधा वल्लभ
केशव माधव राधा वल्लभ
केशव माधव राधा वल्लभ
केशव माधव राधा वल्लभ
वरद नारायण नयन
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our loving pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagwan. Respected elders, brothers, sisters, students from all the campuses, this evening we will be recapping our divine trip to Sri Lanka. On the 1st of January in the evening, we left for Colombo. And as we were boarding the flight, one could only think of Swami's ever-expanding mission. On the 1st of January, Swami was at work and he ensured that he had to touch more people, and we were on our way to Colombo. We reached a little past midnight at the residence of Mrs. Penny Jayawardene and Mr. Ravi Jayawardene. And Mr. Ravi Jayawardene is the son of the former president of Sri Lanka, Sri Jayawardene. And even though it was past midnight, Swami blessed everyone before we retired for a very early start to the day, as we were going to proceed to Batticaloa, which is on the eastern side of Sri Lanka. We took the chartered plane the next morning after breakfast and reached Batticaloa a little past noon. And after some refreshments, Swami first proceeded to the Sri Sathya Sai Karuna Nilayam Medical Center, and he was received with the traditional Purna Kumbham. Now, brothers and sisters, Swami had commanded that this medical facility, along with the ashram, will commence operations and will commence its services very, very soon. And so all the devotees in Sri Lanka got to work and did not leave any stone unturned to ensure that during Swami's visit, he comes and he inaugurates the Sarva Dharma Stupa, which is the first part of the building. And Swami blessed the entire team who were there, who've been working day and night for this medical center. And this medical center and ashram will be on the land which was lovingly donated, as we all know, by our brother Sri Sudarshanom from Singapore in July 2015 during Swami's very first visit to Sri Lanka. From the medical center, Swami proceeded to the venue of the Satsang. It was raining very hard, but over 1,300 people had gathered there, including very small children who were seated for many hours waiting for Swami and the devotion. Today, Dr. Aryaratne serves over 12 million people in Sri Lanka, and Sarvodaya movement is considered as one of the largest movements, the largest NGOs in Sri Lanka. After visiting the residence of Dr. Aryaratne, 58 years, Bhagwan says, 58 years. And after proceeding from the residence, Bhagwan visited Suvasedha, which is the orphanage which has been built by the Sarvodaya movement. Now, all these children, brothers and sisters, are abandoned. And this lady you see here in the picture is Miss Malki, and she was an abandoned child, and she came in the year 1975. Dr. Aryaratne picked her up, and today she is the one managing the orphanage. And like this, there are 37 centers all over Sri Lanka which looks after these abandoned children. And the Sarvodaya movement has over 1 lakh youth volunteers who are serving this cause. In Buddhism, it is mandatory for every Buddhist to give 3 gifts. One is called the gift of the material, the second is called the gift of life, and the third is the gift of truth. And Dr. Aryaratne, in every single act of what he has been doing over the last many decades, has been practicing the true tenets of Buddhism of all these 3 aspects. And when we went to the orphanage, there was not a dry eye in the room, and we were all so overwhelmed to see these little children and so overwhelmed to see the love flowing between Bhagwan and all these little babies who were there. And from the orphanage, we proceeded to another venue called the Vishwa Niketan. And Vishwa Niketan is a meditation center. It's a huge, sprawling campus of meditation center. There are various residential rooms and also counseling centers which are present. Swami first proceeded to an area where many awards of Dr. Arya Ratne was displayed, and including the Sri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence. Dr. Charika Marasinghe, the daughter of Dr. Arya Ratne, took Swami around and explained all these various awards. He has received many awards around the world, many citations, including the Ramon Magsaysay Award, including the Jamanlal Bajaj Award, and he is also known as the Mahatma Gandhi of Sri Lanka. And there was a media article which was there on the wall which said, A.T. Aryaratne, the power of selflessness. And Swami immediately looked at it and said, yes, selflessness is the true power. And the true award which Dr. Arya Ratne has got is contentment. More than any of these awards, what he has got is the contentment of serving the people, bringing the people together, and serving them with a lot of love and compassion. And from there, Swami proceeded to a very beautiful venue. It was covered with trees. A lot of trees were there, and in the center there was a beautiful statue of Lord Buddha. And this statue was surrounded by 27 trees. The significance of these 27 trees are, these were the trees under various points of time when Lord Buddha meditated. And the main tree, which is the Bodhi tree, the sapling of which have actually was brought from Anuradhapura itself. And after spending some very precious, serene moments here around the Bodhi tree, Bhagwan proceeded to inaugurate the council in Bhagwan's love. And what followed in the next hour, the various speakers and Dr. Arya Ratne himself profusely thanking Bhagwan and paying his gratitude to Swami for blessing all of them that morning. He spoke straight from his heart, and again, brothers and sisters, there was not a dry eye in the room. And Bhagwan, the indweller of everyone, the omniscient, the omnipotent Lord, right there revealed about his daughter. His daughter, Dr. Arya Ratne's daughter, was translating Bhagwan's discourse into Sinhala, which was again translated into Tamil. And right in front of her, Swami started talking about how the whole family could not even afford to pay her fees for her education, and how Swami ensured that her education fees was paid. And he revealed all those wonderful things, to the pleasant surprise and to a very emotional family right there in the midst of everyone. And after Bhagwan's discourse, we proceeded back to the Jayavardhane residence, and Swami blessed everyone, and after Mangala Arati, we proceeded back to the airport to catch the flight to Bangalore. And Swami said, the Sri Sathya Sai Karuna Nilayam Foundation will look after 4 A's, Annam for the hungry. He said Akshar for education. He said Arogyam for health, and Anandam, which is the highest peace. Brothers and sisters, this was a quick recap of the 1.5 very beautiful, glorious days we spent at Colombo, and Swami promised the devotees of Sri Lanka that every new year he will be with them in Sri Lanka. Sai Ram. This evening, we have a student speaker blessed by Bhagwan to speak once again. She spoke in front of all of us a few weeks ago, and Bhagwan commanded her to speak once again and reveal about her early life before she came here. Kumari Reshma Kundar is currently pursuing her second year pre-university at the Sri Sathya Sai Prashantaniketanam Chikbalapur campus. She joined Bhagwan's institution at the Jaipura campus in her 6th grade, and she studied from her 6th to the 10th grade before joining here in Chikbalapur. She's an all-rounder, and today she will offer once again herself at Bhagwan's lotus feet for his wonderful divine mission. Brothers and sisters, Reshma Kundar, Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram, offering my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of my most beloved Bhagwan. Respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to all of you. On Swami's command, I'm standing here once again to tell about my early life at Mumbai and about how Swami helped my father to move from Mumbai to Jaipura. Last time when I spoke here, Swami had asked me to speak about my father. I did not know what to speak about my father. Later, Swami himself revealed to me that 10 years back, when my father was at Mumbai, he did not have money to come to Jaipura. Swami said it was Swami himself who gave him money through one of his friends, and that's how he came to Jaipura from Mumbai. I was not aware of this. When I told my parents about this, my father said he used to lend money when people were in need. It so happened that the people who took money from my father never paid him back. This impacted his financial condition so much so that my father did not have money to come from Mumbai to Jaipura. And at that time, someone came to my father and gave him money. And that's how he came to Mumbai. He came to Jaipura from Mumbai. Swami, we all now know that it is only you who came to rescue my father at that crucial time. We are very grateful to you, Swami. My life began all anew when I joined Swami's institution at Jaipura for my 6th standard. At Jaipura, I had opportunities to listen to many people who would share their experiences with Swami and the pure and infinite love that Swami used to shower on them. As I listened to these talks, I felt, how is Sai Baba able to give so much love to everyone so very selflessly and equally on all? Even I wanted to experience that love from Swami. I thought becoming a devotee of Swami is the only way to get his attention and get his love. So I started developing an intense desire that I should become a great devotee of Swami. I still remember when people just casually asked me what my ambition was. I used to say, I want to become a great devotee of Swami. At that time, I did not know what is to be a great devotee of Swami and what is the quality to become a devotee of Swami. I just wanted to become nearer to him, and I would say that. We all know that Shravanam is one of the 9 types of bhakti. Now I realize that the many satsangs that I was involved in during my school days, when I heard a lot about Swami, unconsciously brought a transformation in me to desire only for Swami and to become more and more nearer and dearer to him. But how? How to get connected to him? I took up the practice of Namasmaran. As Swami says, Namasmaran is the greater means of God realization in Kali Yuga. I chanted his name whenever I had free time, even while traveling in bus from my home to school. My sister used to join me for this practice of Namasmaran at my home. Though I did Namasmaran, I could not feel connected to Swami from within. I think I was probably doing it all mechanically. After joining the PU college here, I experienced Swami's love and proximity of Swami more and more. Whatever I knew in my school days, now I have started understanding the real essence and value of it. Now I am doing Namasmaran with more sincerity. I visualize the form of Swami in my mind and try to focus my mind on Swami. by chanting his name. After doing this, I found a lot of calmness in me, and I also felt energized, and it also increased my concentration power. Along with this, I started doing meditation. Initially, I would not be able to sit for more than 2 minutes. But now, I'm able to focus my mind on Swami and meditate at least for 10 minutes. But in spite of doing all this, I still feel not completely connected to Swami from within. Because of this handicap or the inability that I'm not able to connect to Swami from within, I end up putting chits in front of Swami for any guidance when I'm unable to differentiate my Swami's voice from my mind's voice. Swami, I seek your blessings and your grace for me to be in communion with you always. I really want to feel Swami from within because I feel once I connect to him from within, I would have found an eternal companion for my life. But I think the only disturbation for this journey towards Swami is my mind. My mind keeps on wandering to many places. It keeps worrying about my parents and about my sister and about my future too. Swami has assured my parents saying he will take care of me and my sister. But still this mind taunts me. Whenever it taunts me, I try and remind myself saying, no, Swami is the doer. He will take care of us. He is the real hero. We are just mere zeros in front of him. Initially, whenever people used to give me a feedback or point out at me, I used to not accept it so easily. I would go and try to prove my point. But now, even if somebody blames for anything, I started doing a lot of self-introspection. I sit and analyze. If I have done it, I would try to improve on that part. So what Swami taught me here is to learn from my mistakes. So this process of mind controlling and self-introspection will lead us to reach him. But individually we can't reach Swami. We must start from I to we to he. Swami beautifully explains this. If there is a 3-story building and we want to reach the 3rd floor, we must start from the 1st floor to go to 2nd floor and finally to reach the 3rd floor. We cannot skip any floor to reach the next floor. Similarly, if we have to reach Swami, we all must come together, become one. Love and serve everyone is when we would attain his grace. I feel that we should love Swami for no reason. We should love him not that he has done something for us. Swami says we should love God for the sake of God himself. So we must have true faith that he will take our hands and guide us to cross through this ocean of samsara. Let us surrender ourselves completely at his lotus feet. Let us become one with him. Let's strive to become dearer to him so that we would eventually find ourselves nearer to him. And this is possible only when we tread the path of selfless love and selfless service to all. Swami, I offer myself at your lotus feet. Anyata sharanam nasti, tvameva sharanam mama, tasmat karunya bhavena, raksha raksha saishvara, raksha raksha jagadishvara. Thank you, Jai Sai Ram.
Now may we please request Shri B. N. Narsimurthy to address us this evening. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagavan, esteemed brothers and sisters, and Swami's very dear children. I would like to extend a hearty welcome to the students who have already arrived here, boys from Jaipura campus, for participating in the annual sports and cultural meet. Let us give them a big hand. Only 100 of them have come here this evening, and day after tomorrow evening, it would be a sea of students, boys and girls. It will be about 3,000 students staying in Sathya Grama and practicing their presentations items for the inaugural function, which is on the 15th of January, Sunday morning, and then competing in various competitions, sports, athletics, and cultural competitions. And finally, on the 19th of January morning, we will have the valedictory function in this very hall, Premamrutham. I was very fortunate to be associated with every sports and cultural meet since its inception in Prashantinilayam way back in 1984. And it so happened that Swami had gone to Chennai on a trip, Madras, those days it was Madras, and we thought that Swami might not be so much interested in the sports and games. As warden of the hostel and also the director of the Sri Satsang Institute of Higher Learning campus, we met and decided during Swami's absence for 3-4 days in Prashantinilayam, we would complete all the sports and athletics competitions, and we did it. As soon as Swami came, first thing that Swami asked me was, "What, warden, you did not show me your boys' athletics and sports competitions?" That was the first time, 1984, in the month of January, we held the competitions once again for Swami's sake in the stadium, and he evinced keen interest. The same year, it so happened that Anantapur students, for the first time, they had learned the roller skates. Many maneuvers on roller skates, and they invited Swami to come and see. I still remember 1984 January, one very cool morning in the basketball ground in the stadium, which was in the lower ground. At that time, there were two grounds in the Hillview Stadium at Prashantinilayam, the lower ground and the upper ground. Lower ground towards the Ishwaramba School and the higher secondary school, and about 3 feet higher was the elevated ground towards the hill, what we call the Hanuman Hill today. In the basketball court, they had put up ramps, these girls, and they demonstrated their skills on roller skates. Swami was so impressed. I was sitting by Swami's side. He said, "Narsimurti, you put on bangles." That's what he said. That was the inspiration, that was the provocation, that was the instigation that boys needed. As soon as I went back to the hostel, all the boys came, "Sir, what is this Swami told you, put on bangles?" I said, naturally, when it is girls who take the initiative to put up such adventurous maneuvers on the roller skates, naturally all of us will, not only warden, all the boys also have to put on bangles. And that is how next year onwards, the first annual sports and cultural meet inauguration on 11th of January, it was organized, and it so happened that it grew in its magnitude. And the kind of presentations that boys and girls made in Swami's divine presence in Prashantinilayam, in the Hillview Stadium, over almost 2 decades, year after year, there was so much of grandeur, so much of glory, and it started attracting thousands of devotees and other visitors also, and villagers from all over. And here, I would like to make out one very important point. Naturally, I am going to speak about it on Sunday evening also, when all our boys and girls from all the campuses in Karnataka would be here. But one very important difference between the sports and cultural meets in Swami's institutions and other institutions I want to make out. In other institutions, whether they're students of a college or a school, naturally they want to showcase their talent. They want to compete and win medals and prizes so that they feel proud, they make their parents proud, they make the institutions proud. But then there is one fundamental difference why and how the students participate in the Sathya Sai institutions. All the students, boys and girls, starting with the primary school in Prashantinilayam, right up to postgraduate students of Anantpur and Prashantinilayam, the Brindavan students, the higher secondary school students, all of them had only one motivation for all their presentations, for all their participation in games, athletics and cultural programs, and that motivation is and was only one thing: we want to please Swami. We want to make Swami happy. We want to bring a smile on Swami's face. Swami should shower his grace and love on us. And the same thing we see here also. 2014, when Swami told me for the first time in Muddenahalli what we were doing in Prashantinilayam, the sports and cultural meet we should have in Muddenahalli also, I was wondering. I was the warden there, first for the school students and later for the institute students, including the postgraduate students and research scholars. And they were putting up such wonderful, adventurous presentations. Horse riding, daredevilry on motorcycles, rock climbing, aero sports, and not only boys, even girls were doing all this. I felt within my heart, see, here we have only school students and a handful of college students, the students of Satsang Center for Human Excellence, which was just coming up at that point of time. How can we really, these boys and girls, what can they do, I thought. But Swami told me they can do all that which the university students were doing in Prashantinilayam, whether boys and girls. And to my utter surprise, I tell you, the school boys, including the pre-university students, are able to put up all the presentation of adventure sports that we were doing at Prashantinilayam, and I tell you, much better. It's my surprise. And all that because of only one reason. The Muddenahalli institution existed for more than 45 years. But they never ever did this, never ever attempted anything like this. Then the Gulbarga campus in 2012, Mandya and Jaipura campuses in 2013, the Bagalkot campus 2015, and then the Bijapur campus which has come up. On Saturday and Sunday, all these boys and girls are going to come here and congregate with so much of enthusiasm. Because they want to please Swami. See, that is all, nothing else. I would like to ask the boys and girls, do you have any other motivation? Only motivation is Swami. See, that is why they are able to do it. Here, I would like to conclude with a very interesting incident that happened way back in possibly 2000 in Prashantinilayam. And there was very healthy competition between the students of the three campuses, Prashantinilayam, Brindavan and Anantpur. And whatever boys did, girls wanted to do better, and definitely they did it better. And then Brindavan had an advantage being in the vicinity of Bangalore. We had access to training and infrastructure for training our boys in horse riding, in aero sports. Only Brindavan boys did horse riding and aero sports in Prashantinilayam, and now only the Muddenahalli boys are doing it. Nobody else could do it. And in 2000 we trained our boys in aero sports, especially what is called paramotors. You have a motor on your back tied to you, attached to a parachute wing, and you just run, start the motor, run on your feet, lift up the wing, and the parachute lifts you up into the air. You can go up to 3,000 to 4,000 feet high and fly around like a bird, even higher than any bird, and come down and land on any spot which you choose. The expert flyer, he is able to land on a handkerchief if it is put on the ground. He is an expert flyer. And also, so much of inspiration Swami gave, so much of encouragement Swami gave. It would happen immediately after birthday, November 23rd, we go back to Vrindavan campus. Then we meet, all the teachers who meet and decide upon which are the items we are going to present to Swami. And every year, it was the good fortune of myself and my colleagues in Vrindavan. Every year, Swami would smile and say, Vrindavan pillalu parvaledu. Vrindavan boys are good. That's what we wanted to hear. The boys wanted to hear it, warden wanted to hear it, the director wanted to hear it, and that was the one and the only motivation. And we would go to Prashantinilayam for getting Swami's permission for these items around December 15th. And 3 of us would go, and 2 of us are now in Muddenahalli, Mr. Gopinath and myself. And one such morning, we went to Prashantinilayam to seek Swami's permission for training boys in various items, because these are all really little risky items. And Swami came out that morning, this is not 2000, much earlier, and asked, why have you come? I said, Swami, we have come for sports. Then Swami said, you have come for sports, not for Swami. Sorry, Swami, we came for Swami only. No, that's all show. So next year when we went for permission, and we sat there, already we had prepared. Swami came up, why did you come? Swami, we came for Swami's darshan. Swami said, Swami's darshan is over, you can go back. Actually, we went there in order to get Swami's permission for various items. So these paramotors, first time we were doing in Prashantinilayam, and we had taken various pictures, photographs of how many flyers flying in the sky. Swami was very, very pleased. And Swami asked us whether our boys will be able to do it. Swami, surely Swami's boys will do better than anybody else. That's what I said. That is fine, but you have only 3 weeks left. No, Swami, what other boys and girls take 1 year to learn, our boys will learn in 1 week. I told, and Swami said, Swami's grace is there, you go and try. And every morning, we would take our boys, selected 4 or 5 boys, to Jakkur airport, and there we were training. And midway, immediately after Christmas, that was our practice, we took the photographs of our boys flying in the sky and showed it to Swami. Swami was so very happy and looked at the photographs keenly and asked me, are they our boys? Yes, Swami, your boys. I said, very good, very good. When are they coming to Puttaparthi? Swami, they'll be coming on 6th of January, all of us will come. I will come and see in the airport. Don't allow anybody else. Yes, Swami. When somebody flies in the sky, everybody else will see, but not in the airport. And as the day neared, I thought the boys were flying very well in Jakkur airport in Bangalore, where the wind conditions are almost perfect. Whereas in Prashantinilayam, with all hills around and very warm atmosphere, I thought, our boys should go and practice one day in the airport before Swami comes, so that everything happens well in Swami's presence on the next day. So I hit upon a plan. I told these 6 boys and the teacher, mathematics teacher was their leader, you go on 5th morning without telling anybody, don't inform anybody. I'm not going to inform Swami also. Straight away go to airport. On 5th, you practice, get used to the wind conditions, and next morning, all of us will come. We will invite Swami. Swami can come and see. So these boys went on 5th. And already Swami, Swami is a child among children, not for no reason. He was so very excited about this paramotors, he had told everybody in Prashanthi Nilayam. And he had told Captain Oberoi, who was the airport manager at that time, as soon as these boys come, you come and tell me. These boys went on 5th morning. Oberoi welcomed them. You can practice. Immediately he drove down to Prashanthi Nilayam, went and told Swami, the Vrindavan boys have come with paramotors. Swami immediately got into the car and came. The boys were so confused, and Swami said, "You come on, you fly." And that was the first time they were flying in Prashanthi Nilayam airport. One of the boys ran and fell down, injured himself. Swami got very angry. Swami asked, "Where is the warden?" Warden will get all the credit and also all the debit. Where is warden? He has no brain. The boys are not trained, simply he has brought them here. No, Swami, he has not come, still he is in Vrindavan. And I got a phone call from the teacher, "Sir, this is what happened. Be careful when you come to Prashanthi Nilayam." So next morning, boys, all of us went. I sat in the portico all the time praying to Swami. Swami, very sorry for what has happened. Swami came straight to me. He opened the interview room door, straight came to me. I knew that I would get the blessings. And then Swami came. Yemi Narsimurti, Niku Buddhi ledu. You don't have brain, Narsimurti. I heard it so many times from Swami. So that whenever I am born, I will have more of brain. And Swami, I said, "Swami, yesterday they have practiced, today they are able to fly." "Huh? Are they able to fly? Come on." Immediately car came. I also sat in the car along with Swami, we went there. And we had arranged Swami's seating, and some guests also were there. Captain Oberoi was there. And the boy, still remember his name, by name Vivek Pahwa. Today he is a colonel in the army. And he was the boy who was an expert flyer, and we thought he would demonstrate it to Swami. He was ready with that motor on the back, and he was ready. And Swami came and sat, and Swami called me and asked me how high he is going. "Swami, if you say he can go 3,000-4,000 feet. Swami said, "Not today, only 1,000 feet today." And before I went and told the boy was already up in the air. So there was no way I could communicate, but I went to the coach. The coach said, "Sir, I can communicate it through the radio control. I can speak to him." But it so happened, it did not work on that day. The boy first Swami was clapping, very happy, telling everybody, "See my boy flying." And then the boy went up 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Swami was looking for me. I was hiding behind Swami's chair. And then, we had told that boy, "You come and land right in front of Swami." And one boy would go and give him a rose. After coming down, he will take the rose and offer it to Swami. And the boy, Vivek Pahwa, came and landed right in front of Swami. Swami was all agog and clapping. The boy took the rose and went to Swami. This is the most important part of the annual sports and cultural meet. All of our students and teachers should note this. Swami asked him in Hindi, because that was a Hindi boy. Swami asked him, "Kya tumko dar nahi laga?" What? You didn't feel afraid when you were up in the air, few thousand feet high? I was wondering what answer that boy would give. I tell you, the spontaneous answer came from him. "Kya tumko dar nahi laga?" He said, "Swami, aap hai na?" "Swami, you are there. Whether it is up in the skies or deep down in the oceans, wherever I am, you are there." Swami was so happy. While coming back in the car, Swami told me, "Narsimhamurti, this is what is Sathya Sai education. Teach them mathematics, teach them English, teach them computer science, teach them physics, chemistry, fine. But this is the fundamental thing that should be taught by you, the teachers. Sow the seed of devotion in the heart, and that faith is there. They can not only fly high into the skies, when they pass out of the portals of the institute, they will also fly high in society." This is what Swami said. My dear boys and girls, note this point. Whatever you may learn, whatever you may not learn, this is what we have to learn. In every situation, Swami is with us. It is not only for children, even for elders. Many times we feel anxious, tormented, and feel lost. But the one mantra, Swami, aap hai na? Are you not there, Swami, with me? That is what is going to be the panacea for all our tensions, all our anxieties, all our worries. With these words, I conclude with prayer to Swami. I would like to continue to speak on this annual sports and cultural meet on Sunday evening also. Now I pray to Bhagavan to grant his divine message. Thank you.
Om Shri Sai Ram. As we pray to Bhagavan to grant his divine message, I perceive him seated here in an ochre robe, and I repeat as he speaks. అడవి లోపలున్న ఆకాశమునున్న పట్టణములున్న పల్లెనున్న గట్టు మీదనున్న నటేటనున్నను మదిని సాయి నిన్ను మరువుడెప్పుడు మదిని సాయి నిన్ను మరువుడెప్పుడు. It means whether you are in the forest or in the skies, whether you are in a town or in a village, whether you are on top of a hill or on the ground, Sai will never forsake you, never forget you.
ನೀವು ಆಕಾಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಅಡವಿಯಲ್ಲಿರಲಿ, ಪಟ್ಟಣದಲ್ಲಿರಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿರಲಿ, ನದಿಯ ದಡದಲ್ಲಿರಲಿ, ನದಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಲಿ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಲಿ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ಮರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ರಕ್ಷಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ.
Embodiments of love, students, boys and girls, teachers and devotees.
ದಿವ್ಯ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪಿಗಳೇ, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಭಕ್ತರೇ,
today onwards, the practices and the preparations for the sports meet are beginning here.
ಕ್ರೀಡೋತ್ಸವಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆಗಳು ಈ ದಿನದಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇವೆ.
And one after the other, the students, boys and girls from various campuses are going to reach and begin their practices.
ಇನ್ನೆರಡು ಮೂರು ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲೇನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾನಿವೇಶನಗಳಿಂದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರು ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
To an onlooker, an outsider, it may appear like just another event in a school or an institution.
ಒಂದು ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ನೋಡುವವರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೀಡೋತ್ಸವ ಅಥವಾ ಸಮಾರಂಭ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು.
Which is but natural for those who do not know the meaning or the essence of why Swami conducts these programs.
ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಈ ಕ್ರೀಡೋತ್ಸವ ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕೋತ್ಸವಗಳನ್ನು ಏರ್ಪಾಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಂಬುದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಜನ ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸಹಜ.
But it is not about just the games, sports and competitions that children would participate in here in the grounds or in the hall.
ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಈ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರೀಡಾ ಮೈದಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಭಾಭವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಆಟೋಟಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಆಟದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಗಳು ಇದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
There is a deeper meaning of what Swami is teaching the students and staff over here.
ಒಂದು ಆಳವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕರಿಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕಿಯರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Without understanding the inner significance of such activities, merely doing it externally would be of no use.
ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಂತರಾರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಕೇವಲ ಬಾಹ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಆಟೋಟಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೀಡೋತ್ಸವದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ.
We all are a combination of 3 types of powers.
ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ 3 ರೀತಿಯ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ ಒಂದು ಸಂಯೋಜನೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
At the very basic level, we all have a body with muscles, bones and organs.
ಮೂಲಭೂತವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಶರೀರ, ಭೌತಿಕವಾದಂಥ ಶರೀರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಗಾಂಗಗಳು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲುಬುಗಳು, ಮಾಂಸ ಖಂಡಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ.
All these constitute of the physical body and they provide us the physical strength.
ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಭೌತಿಕ ಶರೀರ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಭೌತಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ನಮಗೆ ಅವು ಕೊಡ್ತವೆ.
Deha balam or physical strength is what this manifests.
ಈ ದೇಹ ಬಲವನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ.
But this is also there with the animals, in fact in bigger proportions.
ಆದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ದೈಹಿಕ ಬಲ ಎಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ.
Look for instance at a Gajaraj or the elephant.
ಒಂದು ಆನೆಯನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
It is very, very mighty.
ಬಹಳ ಬಲಶಾಲಿ.
No human being can defeat an elephant in a fight.
ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಆನೆ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ನಿಂತು ಹೋರಾಟ
All by the
ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
physical strength.
ಈ ಬಾಹ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ದೈಹಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಆನೆಯನ್ನು ಸೋಲಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Therefore, at the very basic level, there is this physical strength. But higher than that is manobalam, that is the strength of one's mind, which constitutes of intellect and emotions.
ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ದೇಹ ಬಲ. ಆದರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾದಂಥ, ಭಾವನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿ.
This intelligence and the emotions, they form the mind.
ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಭಾವನಾ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಈ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ 2 ಭಾಗಗಳು.
This also is very much needed in life.
ಇದು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗತ್ಯ.
With all your intelligence, you may win or you may even lose a game.
ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಟದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಗೆಲ್ಲಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಸೋಲ್ಬಹುದು.
But what do you do with your emotions is also equally important to note.
ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೋಲು ಗೆಲುವುಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಎಂಬುದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ.
With all the physical and intellectual strength, by winning a game, swelling up with pride, or because of losing a game, getting depressed, is not the power or the strength of one's emotions.
ದೈಹಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಒಂದು ಆಟದಲ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗೆದ್ದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ, ಜಂಬದಿಂದ ಬೀಗ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅದು ಸರಿಯಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಅಲ್ಲ.
But to be able to maintain equanimity both in success and failure, both in winning and losing, is the true strength of mind.
ಆದರೆ ಸೋಲು ಗೆಲುವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಸಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಕಾದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಿಜವಾದಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಶಕ್ತಿ.
And then above it all is the Atma Balam or the strength of the spirit.
ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿ.
This spiritual power is inherent or latent in all beings, all human beings.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾನವ ಜೀವಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸುಪ್ತವಾಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ.
This gives you the courage, the necessary patience, the necessary valor to achieve that which you think is impossible.
ಈ ಒಂದು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಧೈರ್ಯವನ್ನು, ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಸಾಧಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸಾಧಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
One may think that this may not be achievable by physical strength or by all the intellectual strength, but definitely with the strength of the spirit or the divine self, it can be easily overcome.
ನೀವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ದೈಹಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ, ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆದರೆ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಆತ್ಮಬಲದಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸಾಧಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
No power is greater than the power of one's own self.
ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿಗಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲಾದಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ.
And that is the reason why, believing in the divinity within, they are able to attempt such kind of events which are otherwise not done by boys or girls of this age.
ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಈ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಂತರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Like the incidents where the boy said that he has no fear even at the height of thousands of feet because he knows he is depending on God, he is depending on Swami, so he is able to do it fearlessly.
ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಬಾಲಕ ಆ ದಿನ ಹೇಳ್ದ, ಆಕಾಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಎತ್ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾರಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನನಗೆ ಭಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
It has nothing to do with his physical prowess or nothing to do with his intelligence, but it is to do with this faith in the divine that gives him the necessary courage to perform such a feat.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆತನ ದೇಹ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿಗಳೇನು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಈ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ ದೈವ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಎಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಆತನಿಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಧೈರ್ಯವನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ.
Swami is there, divine is there in all places at all times in every circumstance, and therefore I have nothing to fear.
ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಂಬ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇರುವಾಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಯ ನಮಗೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
Truly it is this fear that prohibits us from achieving our true potential.
ನಮ್ಮ ಸುಪ್ತವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ವಿನಿಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ಡಿಯಾಗತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಂಥ ಭಯ.
The biggest fear is the fear of failure.
ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಭಯ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಸೋತರೆ ಏನು,
What if
ಸೋಲಿನ
I
ಭಯ.
attempt this and I do not succeed? If I fail, what happens then?
ಈಗ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಸೋತ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭಯ.
What will others think and say? How am I going to face the criticism? All these kinds of fears fill the minds of people.
ನಾವು ಸೋತ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇತರರು ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇಂಥ ಭಯಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡು.
But when you have faith in the divine that he is there to protect us, there is no scope for any kind of fear.
ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ದೈವ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಭಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Where there is this bow wielding Arjuna and where is this Lord of Yogis Krishna, there has to be success, there has to be fame, there has to be prosperity over there.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಧನುರ್ಧಾರಿಯಾದಂಥ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಯೋಗೀಶ್ವರನಾದ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ವಿಜಯ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
So as long as you do your duty with all your might, definitely God's grace and protection is there to help you achieve what you attempt.
ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ವಿನಿಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೃಷಿಯನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಯ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಭ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
These lessons are not merely applicable at the sports field, but they are very much valid for the game of life that we all are going to play.
ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಉನ್ನತವಾದಂಥ ಪಾಠಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಆಟದ ಮೈದಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಕ್ರೀಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಹಾಯಕವಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ.
This is just a practice ground for you to inculcate such values, such thoughts in yourself, so that tomorrow when you have to face the world, the larger world, you are able to use these lessons and put them in the practical use.
ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಈ ಕಲಿತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪಾಠಗಳು ಮುಂದೆ ನೀವು ಜೀವನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂತಹದೇ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಎದುರಾದಾಗ ಈ ಪಾಠಗಳಿಂದ ನೀವು ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು.
Success will come sometimes there will be failure, but there won't be any fear.
ಕೆಲವು ಬಾರಿ ಗೆಲುವು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಬಾರಿ ಸೋಲು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರ ಭಯ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
You will have the equanimity to take both in equal stride and not worry about the outcomes.
ಸೋಲು ಗೆಲುವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿ ಧೈರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಈ ಪಾಠಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಕಲಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತವೆ.
With the only reason for doing any work being to please God, you will be able to do well whatever you do.
ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಇದು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಎಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭಾವನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ನೀವು ಭಯ ಪಡಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
Knowing well that the efforts are in your hand, but the results or outcome is in the hands of God.
ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ವಿಚಾರ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮದು, ಆದರೆ ಜಯಾಪಜಯಗಳು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೆ.
And whatever God gives, I will take it with grace.
ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಏನನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಕೂಡ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು
For He
ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸ್ತೇನೆ.
knows best, He will not do injustice to me.
ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅನ್ಯಾಯವನ್ನು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ.
Particularly, I am talking about this power of self or the divine or faith in divine today is because some people brought to me or brought to my notice certain bad practices happening in the society.
ನಾನು ಈ ದಿವಸ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿ ಮತ್ತು ದೈವಿ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ ಕುರಿತಾಗಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಹೊರಗಿನ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲವು ದುರ್ನಡತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೆಲವರು ನನ್ನ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದರು.
Not that I am not aware of things, but truly there are people who come and inform me about the happenings in the society around all of us.
ನನಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವರು ಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇಂಥ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
Day by day, the wrongdoings to the women in the society seem to be on a rise.
ಸ್ತ್ರೀಯರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅನಾಚಾರ ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರಗಳು ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ.
Truly the reason for all the difficulties and all that bad that is happening is the lack of love for God and fear of sin.
ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ದೈವ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಮತ್ತು ಪಾಪ ಭೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣವಾಗಿದೆ.
And because of that there is no morality in society.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ದೈವ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಪಾಪ ಭೀತಿಗಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀತಿ ಇರುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ.
So what can you do? Deploy police forces to protect the honor of women?
ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಾದರೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಈ ಸ್ತ್ರೀಯರ ಒಂದು ಮಾನವನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಿಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕೆ?
Yes, you may try it to a certain extent, it may be possible.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು.
Or to teach the women self-defense so that they can defend themselves in times of crisis. Yes, by physical strength, whatever they have, and a little bit of intelligence, to an extent they can.
ಸ್ತ್ರೀಯರಿಗೆ ಆತ್ಮರಕ್ಷೆಯ ಕೆಲವು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಲಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಗಂಡಾಂತರಗಳು ಬಂದಾಗ ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತಾವು ಕಾದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
But when the opposite is far more stronger physically and maybe even more clever intellectually, can one beat them easily?
ಆದರೆ ಈ ಎದುರಾಳಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ದೇಹದ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿರುವಾಗ ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿರುವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆಯೇ?
In that circumstances, only Atma Balam or the faith or in the divine alone can come to one's rescue.
ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿ ಆತ್ಮಬಲಗಳು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತವೆ.
I am not speaking it just as a matter of philosophy, but I must substantiate it with real examples.
ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ವೇದಾಂತದ ಒಂದು ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತವಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ನಿದರ್ಶನಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ.
Take for instance the case of Draupadi.
ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ದ್ರೌಪದಿಯ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ನೀವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
With being the wife of 5 mighty Pandavas, she was put to such humiliation in the court of the Kauravas.
ಕೌರವರ ಆಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ತಾನು ಬಲಶಾಲಿಗಳಾದಂಥ 5 ಗಂಡಂದರಿದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಕೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಅವಮಾನ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಆಯಿತು.
All the morality and all the respect to the rules were thrown to winds, and she was put to such humiliation right in front of the eyes of all the elders.
ಎಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಧರ್ಮಗಳ ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನು ಧಿಕ್ಕರಿಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂಥವರು ದುರ್ನಡತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿದರು.
In that circumstance, the prowess of all her husbands did not come to her rescue.
ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಡಂದಿರ ಪರಾಕ್ರಮ ಆಕೆಗೇನು ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ.
All the morality that was supposed to be practiced in a court did not come to her rescue.
ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ರಾಜನ ಆಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನೀತಿ ಸಂಹಿತೆ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
But what came to her rescue was the grace of Krishna, which was showered upon her because of her devotion to Krishna.
ಆದರೆ ಅವಳನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಿಸಿದ್ದೇನು ಅಂದರೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ. ಯಾಕೆ ಆಕೆಗೆ ಅಂಥ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು.
And finally the history records that her honor was saved in front of all when nobody came to her help. It is her devotion that saved her.
ಇತಿಹಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಕೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾನ ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣೆಯನ್ನ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಮಾಡಿತು ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ.
Take the example of Mother Sita, who was captured by Ravana and kept in the Ashokavanam.
ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀತಾಮಾತೆಯ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ರಾವಣನಿಂದ ಅಪಹರಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟು ಆಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಂಕೆಯ ಅಶೋಕವನದಲ್ಲಿ
She was a woman all by
ಇಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಳು.
herself in a lonely garden full of demons who are far more powerful than her.
ಒಬ್ಬಳೇ ಮಾನವ ಸ್ತ್ರೀ ಆಕೆ ಅಶೋಕವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಪರಾಕ್ರಮಿಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಶಕ್ತಿಶಾಲಿಗಳಾದಂತಹ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರ ಜೊತೆ ಆಕೆ ವಾಸವಾಗಿದ್ದ.
And what to talk about the intellectual strength of Ravana? He was an adept in 64 kinds of knowledge.
ಇನ್ನು ರಾವಣನ ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಅವನು 64 ವಿದ್ಯೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಪಾರಂಗತನಾಗಿದ್ದ.
Yet he could not touch or do any harm to Mother Sita, who was all alone by herself.
ಆಕೆ ಏಕಾಂಗಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಲಶಾಲಿ ಅಂತ ರಾವಣ ಕೂಡ ಆಕೆಯನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಟುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ.
That was possible because of her devotion to Lord Rama.
ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಯಿತು? ಶ್ರೀರಾಮನ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕೆಗಿದ್ದಂಥ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಇದು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಯಿತು.
And take another example of Mother Anasuya.
ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅನಸೂಯ ಮಾತೆಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋಣ.
her chastity was tested by none other than by the three Trimurtis, the Vishnu, Brahma and Maheshwara.
ಆಕೆಯ ಪಾತಿವ್ರತ್ಯವನ್ನ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ತ್ರಿಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ವಿಷ್ಣು, ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ.
And when they put a very odd request in front of her, she could not have denied that for the fear of a curse from them.
ಈ ತ್ರಿಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ಆಕೆಯ ಮುಂದೆ ಒಂದು ಕೇಳಬಾರದಂಥ ಅಸಭ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ಕೇಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಟಾಗ ಶಾಪದ ಭಯದಿಂದ ಅನಸೂಯೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಧಿಕ್ಕರಿಸೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Faith in the divine made her transform these three devatas themselves into small infants.
ಆಕೆಯ ಒಂದು ದೈವ ಭಕ್ತಿಯ ಶಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದಾಗಿ ಆಕೆ ಈ ತ್ರಿಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಶಿಶುಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಪಡಿಸಿದಳು.
This way she could even defeat the gods.
ಈ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕೆ ದೇವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸೋಲಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಯಿತು.
Look at Draupadi, what physical strength, intellectual strength she could have used, but her atma balam, that is the strength in herself, protected her from the bad or wrongdoings of the men.
ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ರೌಪದಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಆಕೆಯ ದೇಹ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿ ಏನು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವಾಗದೇ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಆಕೆಯ ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿ, ಭಕ್ತಿಯ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಆಕೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವಾಯಿತು.
When men tried to harm, God saved Draupadi.
ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾನವರು ಆಕೆಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಆಕೆಯನ್ನ
When demon like Ravana tried to dishonor Sita, again God saved her.
ರಾಕ್ಷಸನಾದಂಥ ರಾವಣಾಸುರ ಸೀತೆಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಆಕೆಯನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡಿದ.
And look at the case of Anusuya, when gods themselves tried to harm her honor, her devotion to God only saved her.
ಆದರೆ ಅನಸೂಯೆಗೆ ದೇವತೆಗಳೇನೆ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ತೊಂದರೆಯನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಕಾಪಾಡಿದ್ದು ಆಕೆಯ ದೈವಭಕ್ತಿ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ.
Therefore, more than building your bodies into strong men and women, or learning these kind of things, or developing great intellectual capabilities, develop devotion to God, faith in God. That will protect you where these things cannot come to your rescue.
ಸುದೃಢವಾದಂಥ ಬಲವಾದಂಥ ದೇಹವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸವನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆತ್ಮಬಲವನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು.
When you challenge yourself to tasks that otherwise seem impossible, you have to use this faith in God to achieve it.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ಗುರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಹಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ದೈಹಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
Life is a challenge, meet it.
ಜೀವನ ಒಂದು ಪಾಂತಾಹ್ವಾನ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎದುರಿಸಬೇಕು.
Life is a game, play it.
ಜೀವನ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೀಡೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ಸಾಹದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು.
Life is a dream, realize it.
ಈ ಜೀವನ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಪ್ನ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು.
Life is love, enjoy it.
ಈ ಜೀವನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೇಮ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿ ಆನಂದಿಸಬೇಕು.
This game of life will throw challenges at you.
ಈ ಒಂದು ಜೀವನದ ಆಟ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ
For every game
ಪಂಥಾಹ್ವಾನಗಳನ್ನು
needs to have an opposition team.
ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಒಂದು ಆಟದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಎದುರಾಳಿಗಳ ಒಂದು ತಂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
And that is the challenge that one has to face.
ಈ ಪಂಥಾಹ್ವಾನವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎದುರಿಸಲೇಬೇಕು.
And how do we overcome this challenge?
ಈ ಪಂಥಾಹ್ವಾನವನ್ನು ಗೆಲ್ಲುವುದು ಹೇಗೆ?
By following the God.
ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನನ್ನ ಅನುಸರಿಸುವುದರಿಂದ,
Following the rules.
ಧರ್ಮದ ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸುವುದರಿಂದ
Developing the
ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
strength of faith.
ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸದ ಬಲವನ್ನು ರೂಢಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
If you just have come to gain education in worldly subjects, there are plenty of other schools. You are more than welcome to study there.
ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ಭೌತಿಕವಾದಂಥ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಪಡೆಯುವ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ನಿಮ್ಮದಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಇಂಥ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನೂರಾರು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದೆ.
They will give you both physical strength and mental strength to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life.
ಈ ಹೊರಗೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ ದೈಹಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ, ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು.
But that is not the purpose of our institutions.
ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅದಲ್ಲ.
Yes, there is to be knowledge earned about the world and the worldly subjects.
ಭೌತಿಕ ಜ್ಞಾನ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ವಸ್ತು ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದೆ.
But above all, the main purpose of our education is to teach this devotion to God, this faith in divine.
ಈ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದ ಮೂಲವಾದಂಥ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ದೈವ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಮತ್ತು ದೈವ ಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸುವುದೇ ಆಗಿದೆ.
If you develop that alone, you will find fulfillment in your life.
ಇದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾರ್ಥಕತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
And sports meet, cultural meet, or anything that you do in our institutions are the means to teach you this particular lesson of life.
ಕ್ರೀಡೋತ್ಸವ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕೋತ್ಸವ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಪಾಠವನ್ನೇ ನಿಮಗೆ
Do everything for the love of God. Offer it to God.
ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ
And
ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
do not keep an eye on the outcome. You do your best. Doing your duty is all that is in your hands.
ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವುದೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂತಹ
If you win it,
ಕೆಲಸ.
take it with great humility that God has bestowed upon you this grace.
ನೀವು ಗೆದ್ದಾಗ ವಿನಯದಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಅನುಗ್ರಹದಿಂದ ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಲಭ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ.
And be kind and compassionate to those who have lost.
ಯಾರು ಸೋತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅನುಕಂಪ ಮತ್ತು
For you never know,
ಸಹಾನುಭೂತಿಯನ್ನ
you could be on the other side some other day.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದಿವಸ ನೀವೇ ಆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎದುರಾಳಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು.
And another day, if you lose it,
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದಿವಸ ನೀವು ಸೋತ್ರೆ
be graceful in accepting it.
ಅದನ್ನ ದೈವ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಂಗೀಕರಿಸಬೇಕು.
And think that your brother and your sister only has won the game. So enjoy and rejoice in their joy.
ಗೆದ್ದವರು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿ ಎಂಬ ಭಾವನೆಯಿಂದ ಅದರಿಂದಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು.
And have that character to go and congratulate them and truly from your heart share their joy.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯ ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಅವರ ಬಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸದ್ಭಾವನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು.
And learn why you have lost and improve upon your abilities.
ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಸೋತಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯವನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
This way, in both the circumstances, it is one of us only who is winning, it is one of us only who is losing. Therefore, you should be a part of either the celebration or the sorrow together.
ಈ ಎರಡು ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೆಲ್ಲುವರು ಸೋಲುವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿಯರೇ ಎಂಬ ಭಾವನೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಮತ್ವ ಕಾತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
And then offer everything to God, all the results.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಲಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
This kind of lesson, if you learn, then this will serve you well in all your life. This is a lesson of life, not merely living.
ಇದೊಂದು ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪಾಠ. ಈ ಜೀವನದ ಪಾಠ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Being humble in victory, compassionate in victory, and strong in losses is character.
ಗೆದ್ದಾಗ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಸೋತವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಹಾನುಭೂತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸೋತಾಗ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಇರಬೇಕು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕುಗ್ಗುವಿಕೆ ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ
Don't give
ಬರಬಾರದು.
scope to unnecessary things.
ಅನವಶ್ಯಕವಾಗಿ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ತುಂಬಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬಾರದು.
Keep everybody as your brother or sister and rejoice with everyone.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿಯರು ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ಭಾವಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು.
Above all, do everything for the love of God and offer it to God.
ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ
And
ಮಾಡಿ
if you can
ಆತನಿಗೆ
practice
ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ
it
ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
here in these very protected environments, when you go out, you will be able to practice it well too.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ರಕ್ಷಿತವಾದಂಥ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
My special blessings to all the students who have come from other campuses. There might be a little bit of inconvenience over here, but take it in the right spirit. We are all a family, and in family functions, a little adjustments is a must.
ಹೊರಗಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ನಿವೇಶನಗಳಿಂದ ಬಂದಂಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂಥ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ದಿವಸ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟಕರವಾದಂಥ ಭೌತಿಕ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದೊಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾರಂಭ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಹಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ತಾಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
And all the students and staff of Muddenahalli must make their life comfortable and convenient over here, even if it means sacrificing a little bit of your comfort.
ಮುದ್ದೇನಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕರು ಈ ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ಬಂದವರಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪ್ರಾಶಸ್ತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆದರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂಬ ಭಾವನೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು.
And that's how you should express your love for your brothers and sisters who are coming here.
ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿಯರಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು.
We will have many more opportunities to talk and discuss. You may ask questions in the days to come.
ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುವ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅನೇಕ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಉತ್ತರಗಳನ್ನು
I
ಪಡಿಬೋದು.
am eagerly waiting to receive all the other children and the teachers from all other campuses shortly.
ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾನಿವೇಶನಗಳಿಂದ ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವೇ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನ ಎದುರುಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಕಾತರನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
And I will convey my blessings to all of them.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದವನ್ನು ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
Very happy. Santosh. Premamrutham.
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 राम
हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्व प्राणपते स्वामी सर्व प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आगतान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता गुरुदैवं मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ओ साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Thank you.